is my runway. But first, let me introduce myself. I am the DIY Queen Diva. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell to keep updated with me and all of my videos on the weekends and pop-up videos during the week. I am using the 411 candy apple recipe. That's 4 cups of sugar, 3 and 4. 1 cup of Cairo, okay, and 1 cup of water. Give it a stir. I am using Wilton's white icing gel food coloring. Stir. Now I am going to add Hobby Lobby's chocolate. You can use any brown gel food coloring or any chocolate food coloring, as long as it's gel food coloring. Stir. I'm going to give this another drop. Stir. Okay, 1 more drop should get it. Okay, this is about the color that I am trying to achieve. This looks about right. Okay, and I am going to stir. And now I'm adding 1.5 teaspoons of lemon made by Lorenz. I want these candy apples to be lemon. A lemon flavor, and this is what it looks like. And I will make sure I put the link to the products down below. This is my fondant cutter, and I'll make sure I also put this down in the description below. This fondant cutter makes your fondant pieces even. It cuts pretty even. So I need long strips to go up and down the candy apple, and then I need short strips to go across the Chanel lid at the top of the candy apple. Okay, I'm getting my short strips ready. So it's best to roll out your fondant and get your fondant pieces ready. So I'm cutting my short strips. So I use white fondant to color with the chocolate to make my fondant a nude color. This will be for the Chanel lid. This goes at the top of the candy apple. Okay, so I'm just going to roll this out and then cut a circle out. I am going to make this about 1/2 inch thick. Okay, so now I am going to get the Chanel symbol and the little button together here. So I am going to do the little button. I am going to use a smaller circle and cut out the fondant. And then I am just going to take a knife or a fondant tool and make the lines, the diagonal lines. Okay, so I am going to let you see what it looks like. And now I am going to get my Chanel silicone mold and do the C's, the Chanel C's. And this silicone mold I will post down in the description. I got this 2 years ago. I think they still have them. But I will get you the same similar silicone mold down in the description. This was one of my first silicone molds that I purchased, and I really enjoy it. I really do like it. So I am just using my fondant tool, and I am working on my C's to place on top of the brown button I just cut out. I didn't want to use gold luster dust. I kind of wanted to stay with the nude color. I think it's just more elegant, and it's really cute just to stay with the nude color. I could have done gold luster dust, but I think it just looked better this way, in my opinion. Okay, so I am getting the C's out, and I put a little water on the fondant tool, and I'm just putting it on the back of the C's, and then I am just going to attach the C's to the button. And this is what it looks like. Really cute. Okay, so let's get these apples together. So someone asked me, well, why do you dip your apples upside down? This is the reason. I don't want my apples, when you have them on the right side, they're not balanced, especially when they're big. Sometimes they're not balanced. So I'm just going to turn them over. This way I know they're balanced. When you turn your apples over, your apples are balanced. I am using the wooden sticks and the leopard straws. I am just going to hammer down the wooden sticks with my kitchen mallet, and then place the leopard straws on top. I will also put the links to these wooden sticks and leopard straws in the description down below. Everything that I use in this video, I'll make sure I put down in the description box. This way you don't have to go all over the world looking for them. Okay, make sure you get a paper towel and you clean the top of your apple, because apple juice, make sure you get all the apple juice from around the top of your apple, so when you dip your apples, you don't have that bubble on top. So try to get the apple dry on top, and you can go ahead and wipe your apple down again. Okay, so I have my white fondant. I am just rolling it out, and once I roll the fondant out, I am going to cut out with my round cookie cutter. I am going to cut out about 5 circles, and then I am going to fold the circles in half and kind of pinch them, and you'll see how I'll do this. So I'm just going to sit back and let you guys watch. I love this thermometer. My candy has reached 300 at the hard crack. I am going to dip my apple, put my apple all the way in the candy, rotate the apple, turn it, pull up, and then scrape the extra bottom or the extra candy on the bottom of the apple. I let the candy kind of drizzle off the apple first, and then I scrape the bottom of the apple so that I don't have all that extra candy on the bottom of the candy apple. Here I am just repeating the process. I am going to put my apple all the way down in the candy, rotate, pull up, let the candy drizzle off the candy apple or off the apple, and then scrape on the bottom of the apple on the side of the pot and place down on my parchment paper or silicone mat. In my case, silicone mat. Now I am just going to attach these short pieces. These go on top of the lid, and you can just measure. You can pinch this off. If you're really good with fondant, you can just pinch it off. But for those that are not, let me show you. You can get like a knife or some type of fondant tool and just cut it off. You can get a knife if you want to. You can put the other strip right across, but I'm trying to be fancy with it. So I am going to cut the strip like halfway. I'm going to measure it just because so it doesn't look overlapped. I want these strips or the straps to look even all around. So I really didn't want to place the second one on top. I could have to make it more easier. I don't think it's a big difference, but I'm gonna let you sit here and watch what I'm doing. I am just, you know, measuring out the strip. And then I'll cut like the bottom part with the fondant tool. That's it. Or you can tuck it under. Now I am using my brush. It's a little damp. I put water on the treat brush so that this fondant can stick. Sometimes it sticks, sometimes it doesn't. Fondant is very sticky, so usually it just sticks and attaches to itself with no issues. Okay, I have that side done. Now I am going to do the same thing for the other side. I am just going to cut this strip off a little bit here. And I believe this one just stuck on. Yep. Now I am going to take my treat brush on the end and make a hole so my straw can go, so I can place this over the straw. So I am making a hole with, I'm using my straw now so it can be a little bigger. So I am making a hole in the middle here so this lid can just slide right down the straw. But first, let me go ahead and get these little white fondant pieces on. So you see the circle, you just fold it, kind of pinch it. And just work with it. However, you can do this all types of ways, just whatever you feel comfortable with. And these attach right onto the apple, so there's no need of taking your treat brush and dabbing it with water because these just stick on. Fondant is very sticky. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking, but the straps should have went on first. But since I'm kind of good with fondant, I'm going to just tuck this underneath and just bring it down and pinch it off. If you're not good with fondant, you can just cut it off. You can use your knife or a fondant tool and just cut the bottom of it off. Now I'm going to have to get another strap here and kind of tuck it underneath. Like I said, these should have went on first, then the white pieces. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so I'm just going to pinch the bottom right on off. And then I am going to do the other side as well. And then the back. So you can see the back part. It shouldn't have, no, it doesn't have any fondant on the back. So let me turn the apple around so you can see what I'm doing. So these should have went on first. and then your white pieces. But that's fine. Now I am going to finish putting my white pieces on. So the key here is to put your straps on or your strips on first, and then the white pieces. Then after you attach all the little white pieces, then you're going to put your Chanel lid on top, and it'll just go over the straw. Okay, so I'm just sliding my lid on down, and I am going to turn it to make sure my straps or the strips are lined up. And then I just take my little button and dab a little bit of water on the back with a treat brush and attach it. And guys, I am going to use my leopard candy apple bow to attach on the candy apple stick. Look at this candy apple. This is so cute. This is really, 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 really cute. But in order to find out how to make these cute little leopard bows, I'll put the description to that tutorial down below. Oh, this is so pretty. This is like a runway candy apple. If you have enjoyed this tutorial, make sure you watch the next videos coming right up. I'll see you in a few seconds.